lovelies. I feel like I'm gonna throw up, but that's okay. But today I am going to show you my eye for someone with olive skin, someone with fair skin that maybe has yellow undertones. My skin is fair with pink undertones. But we're gonna have fun and we're gonna play around. So we're gonna do a smoky eye look. It's kind of gonna be purple. I feel like purple is really pretty on all eye colors, so that's why I really like it. It is a safe bet for doing smoky eye, but I also just genuinely love it and think that it looks really good on brown eyes, green eyes, hazel eyes, blue eyes. You can use your fingers, just so you know. And I'm also going to be using a pigment. The pigment is MAC in Tan. That can be really messy if you use your hands. You can use anything. This is like a drugstore Soho one, a big blending brush. And then I have my MAC ones. I swear by MAC brushes. They're just what I'm used to and what I like, and they clean really well. What I start with is I like to pack on color onto my lid. We're going to prime the lid with a lid primer. I just get these as samples and then I just use those. I don't have like a particular one that I really like. This one is Smashbox Photo Finish blah 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 blah, but I'll tell you why in a second why it really doesn't matter to me. So the next thing, and this is what I swear by, we're going to take MAC, and this is cream color base is what it's called. It's Pearl and it's in Frost, and it just comes in a container like this, and I actually put this all over my eye and I use it like a primer. And the reason that I use this is it keeps the shadow from a lot of the fallout that goes underneath your eyes and can kind of make you look like you have dark circles again. And also it is just cost efficient because you're not using as much product because you don't have to keep applying. You really can just press the color on there. Sometimes I just leave it as my brow bone highlight because it is kind of that color. We are going to take MAC Star Violet, and I'm going to take my blender brush and I'm going to just pick up some of this, and you just swirl it around and then just tap it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to place it right in the corner of the socket and then move it up. Now I'm not going up onto the socket yet, I'm coming across the lid. It's really concentrating the color on the outer corner here because that's where we're going to have it be the darkest. I also wanted to come onto the eyelid. Take your time with blending. Really, some of these MAC shadows that have some shimmer to them, the Volux Pearl. This really has, if you look at it, it's comes across really brown on camera. That's weird. In person, it comes across very purple mauve, and then on the eye, it comes across very coppery purple. Don't worry about messiness or going anywhere. We're gonna take Satellite Dream. Can you see it? Can you see it? Hey, can you see it? Can you see it? I'm not going to swirl. I'm just picking up pigment onto my brush, and then I'm going to be patting it onto my eyelid. This is why it's great to put that nice sticky base on there. This looks really great with olive skin because I think that if you go for too dark of a look with this, you can kind of look sunken. Your eyes kind of get sunken in, kind of get like a mean, like strict, stern look to your makeup. And that's not what we're going for. We're just going for a pretty flirty look. Now keep that purple handy because we're going to be using it again. You can either take the same color again. I'm going to take a third color, and it is the Universal Appeal Mineralized Eyeshadow. And this is really cool. So it has like a lot going on in it. And I'm actually just going to take it and swirl it on my blending brush. It's really cool. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it a little bit closer onto my lid, but I'm going to blend out the color that we already put on, but also blending it with the purple. And I am blending this on the orbital bone so it is visible when I shut my eye. We're going to go ahead and take our purple again. This time I'm going to take the tip of this brush, kind of circular, and get that purple on here. Now sometimes I will just take a liner brush and use this purple underneath, but I'm really going for like a real smoky look. What I do is I take this, and what this feels like is kind of just pressing it into my eyelashes. If I get too crazy with the purple, it will look like an under eye circle. Have no fear. I understand it's really messy still right now. I wish I had lights for you guys, but they're packed up, so I apologize for the shadow. So now that we have that done, and then take your brow and just kind of pull that down so that it's a little bit more crisp. So next thing we're going to do is we're going to put some eyeliner on. I feel like I'm going to throw up. Oh. I'm just going to use a black, it's called Black Tide Velvet. It's just a black shimmery, which it doesn't really pick up the shimmer if you're just using it as eyeliner. And I'm using a 266 brush for this. And what's great about this is that when you use this, you can just press it into your eyelashes. And then when you get to the other side, you can kind of just use it just in these tiny little strokes. Now, for those of you that have two different eyes, which is me, you want to try your best on the top lid to mimic each other. For instance, my lid slopes very much on this one, and this lid is more shaped like an oval. So I tend to make a tinier line on this and a little bit thicker line on this. So we're doing some optical illusions. Okay. I'm going to do a little bit of a winged look today, but I'm not going to do that until after we put our lashes on. So as far as underneath, I am just going to press a little bit of that into my lash line. Go about a quarter to halfway. Now the purples that I'm using have some copper in them, and if you notice a lot of Muslim people, they will use coppery or gold. It looks really great on their skin, and it's olive. So if you can find some shades that are like this purple that kind of has that gold bronze in it, you are set. Before we put the lashes on, I'm going to just pat some of this pigment on. And again, this is tan and it's MAC. Well, I actually just take the lid, take this purple brush that I used, and I tap it on here and grab some pigment. By some, it's a lot. And then I pat this just in the center of my lid. And I'm not moving it around at all, I'm just patting it on. This is just gonna brighten up your eyes and not give you that hooded look anymore. I'm gonna do a coat of my Define-A-Lash. Do you see that pigment on there? How pretty that is? I feel like people are a little bit afraid to play around with pigments and color and glitter. So, but that's like a really great way to kind of get out of your box. Like if you use brown all the time, get a brown pigment and get it with like a little bit of shimmer in it. I'm gonna go ahead and give my eyelashes a little pump here because, as I've said in almost all my videos, my eyelashes stick completely straight out. And you just want to get as close to the lash line as possible and then just give it a couple pumps. We're not trying to rip any eyelashes out or cut them, so we just want them to blend in. And what I do with this one is I'll go over it a second time to open it up a little bit more, because this eye is a little bit more almond shaped and this is a little bit more open, so I really want to open up this by kind of curling the lashes up. Okay, so now we're going to take our lashes. It's like a little wand and you just go in it and grab some and then put it on your lash. Grab my eyelashes and the fake lashes and kind of jam them together so I know, I just have a better feel. I know a lot of people use tweezers and stuff like that, but I just get a better feel for it, where it's going and where I need to push it in, if I can actually feel my lash line. And all I'm doing right now is I'm just going through and pressing. I kind of lift up my lid and just press my natural lashes into these lashes. So now that we've dried a little bit, I'm just going to run some mascara through my lashes and the new fake lashes. Now that we've done that, I'm going to take another mascara. I always use two mascaras, and this is the They're Real. Now, I'm not pressing as much on this eye to get these to curl up. I'm kind of just combing through them a little bit more, because again, we're trying to open this eye up and just have this eye be kind of regular. Now we're going to take our Black Track fluid line. Okay, so what I do is I take it on the brush. It's kind of like a little bit muddy, and then I just kind of scrape it off on each side. And what I do is I press it into this area, kind of where the lashes are visible, and then I pull my lid, and then I'm going to just press on those lashes and a little bit out. Then we're going to do the other side, and I'm just going to get both sides to look nice before I even start thinking about a wing, because sometimes I have a really hard time and I'm like, forget it, we're not doing a wing. And if you remember correctly, this side we're doing a thinner line, so we're just getting closer to the lashes. The other one we kind of went over the lashes a little bit because we're opening this eye up and closing this eye a little bit. You can go ahead and at this point you can do a flick if you like. You kind of want to take it in the direction of your eyelash line. So if it would kind of almost glide right to your lower lash line. And then I kind of just bend my head back and smudge that into the line that we have already. And what we want to do is get those real even. So I take a Q-tip and just clean up as needed on the edges there. And I roll the Q-tip up. Okay, this is not the look we're going for, so I just want to take it and clean. You want to think about your lip color, because this is something that kind of can make or break your look, especially if you have olive skin or fair skin or one of the extremes. You can do a strong lip and a strong eye. There's nothing that says you can't do that, but it's what you're kind of going for. If you're going out for Valentine's Day, sure, do a red lip and gorgeous winged eye with falsies. It doesn't matter. For like an everyday look, if I do something like this, I just try to find something that complements. I'm not a lipstick girl, I am a lip gloss girl. Overline looks like I'm doing it on the line of my lip, but I'm actually doing it just outside, especially right here. And then you just want to fill it in a little bit, because this is a Color Stay liner, so if your lip gloss wears off, you can have this underneath. For this look, I'm going to use Evolution Revolution by MAC, and it is a very peach-toned, light lip. I actually don't really like a dark lip on olive skin. I like a peach lip, pink lip, something very girly, again, because I think it can get very stern looking, very matronly looking. Okay, so this is the final look. I am going to grab you. Well, that sounds really creepy, but I'm gonna grab you and I give you a look here. As always, I will talk to you tomorrow. Thanks, guys. Bye.